Welcome to Lad's Garage, or Clint's shop, as the sign says. We are doing something a little different today. If you guys have been with me, you know Lad's Garage is more of my do-all channel. Originally started with racing, and things kind of got a little wild at the, I don't know, 21 or 22 or so, and racing wasn't happening very much for me. But it hasn't really happened much this year either, but we do have one more show that we're going to do. I was going to try to get set up and run the Pepsi Nationals up at I-55 Raceway. But one of the big issues that I ran into was their weight rule. I'd have to tack on between switching over to 8-inch wheels, which I would lose roughly 30 pounds of weight doing that. And the weight rule they already got in place, I would have to come up with 230 pounds of weight, which I just don't have sitting around anymore. So I'd have to come up with 230 pounds, and I just don't have the time to put the weight on where it properly needs to be. If you're gonna add weight, I would recommend doing it on a set of scales so you know where you're putting the weight, know all your percentages and all that fun stuff, instead of just guessing and possibly totally screwing yourself up really bad. So I scratched that idea. One of my competitors' sponsors actually stepped up to sponsor another night at Farmington Empire Speedway. So we got one more night on September 20th. We've already done tire prep. It kind of sucked because I was getting ready for I-55 and I had my 8-inch tires all pretty well done, best I could for old dry rotted tires. Kind of sucked, and to find out about their weight rule, and so I had to put a little bit of time and get my 10-inch tires back ready to race again. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are we're going camping today for Order of the Arrow, and gotta figure out, trying to get tents waterproofed, and I'm trying to figure out what tent to grab for my wife. I'd probably just do any, meeny, miny, mo, pick a tiger by its toe. She ain't here to pick one, so we'll just grab this one. Goal is for the weekend, her and my niece got called out for away at the past summer camp, for this year's summer camp. And I got called out last year, completed my ordeal. And this year, my wife and my niece get to complete their ordeal. So, and my goal is to try to earn my brotherhood this weekend. That's my goal. I'm also going to be testing out a $20, I believe my wife got it off a Temu, tent. This is the brand and instruction sheet for the tent. I'm not even going to attempt to try to say the name of it. I've siliconed the crap out of it. Waterproofed it, I guess you should say. See how it holds up. I don't have high hopes for this thing, I really don't. But we'll see. So my wife corrected me. This little tent that I'm gonna try this weekend is a $20 Walmart tent. I'm sure she found it on walmart.com, so it's probably gonna be basically the equivalent of something off of Temu. But what I'm gonna do right here is waterproof the crap out of it. This is actually the bottom of it. We're putting it on thick. I've already got like 2 or 3 layers over the whole top of the tent, but the bottom's a real flimsy material, basically the same material that's up here. And I don't like getting wet, especially while I'm sleeping. So we're gonna waterproof the whole thing. I guess I should do a test run without any waterproofing, but we're going straight in. I'm already fighting sinus issues. I don't need to get wet on top of it. Wet and cold. Wouldn't be a good combination. I'm gonna set up my $20 tent. There we go. It is currently raining. This will be a true test, see if the $20 tent leaks or not. Got my cheap lights out. We're inside. Looks like there's little raindrops on the roof there, but it's not leaking. Got a little bit of dew on the inside, but I learned that these side flaps, the way to open them is on the outside. That's kind of a kick to the balls. I am 6 foot tall and I am stretched all the way out in this tent. But when I sit all the way up, my head is actually hitting the top, which kind of sucks being this thing condensates really bad on the inside. Tear down on this tent is really quick. It probably could take it up and down in less than 5 minutes, and that includes putting the stakes in. Now it is time for my honest opinion on this tent. I would not use this as a every weekend go out and camp type of tent. I would strictly use it as a quick overnight type tent. If you got to set up a tent overnight and then tear it down during the day for whatever reason, it would be great for that type of deal, because you can set it up and tear it down in probably about 5 minutes. Some of the things I liked about it was the fact that you could set it up and tear it down real quick. Light and easy. It doesn't take up a lot of space in a car. But some of the things I don't like about it is the fact that when you fold it down, it is, about a 24-inch diameter circle. So it is big and bulky in that sense, but it is thin, and that's that way. So I would not use it as a backpacking tent by any means, but it is light to carry. So, say you go to a festival and or say an overnight race or something, you could park a good ways away and you got a real light, easy tent to carry to set up. I did not like the fact that the side flaps, you had to get out of the tent to open them. There is no ventilation in the tent, so not being able to open up the side flaps, it kind of leads to a lot of condensation on the inside. On the openings for the tent, it's really just kind of a pain in the butt. If you want to shut the tent up but leave a screen open, you gotta. It's a kind of a pain in the butt dealing with the zippers. I really don't know how to explain it easily. And there's not a rain fly on it of any sort or any sort of overhang. So the way it's shaped, if you open the door up on either end of the tent and it's raining, water is going to get inside your tent. There is no way around that without a rain fly with that tent. So that is definitely a downside to that tent. Is you get in there, you got to be quick getting in, and if you want to take your shoes or whatever off, you got to be quick about it, or you got to do them inside the tent. I mean, it's worth $20. That is it. I would not pay a penny more for it. $20 would be my top dollar on this tent. If you ever see them anywhere else for any more, I would not pay any more for that tent. Like I said, you want a good tent, go out and spend your money. Do a little research. There's a lot of great single or two-person tents out there. Do your research, get you a good one. But that's my review on, I'm not even going to try to attempt to say the name brand of this, but that's my review on this $20 Walmart.com tent. So y'all stay safe. God bless you. We'll catch you later.